Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. Came across this article from Sebastian at Phone Arena, and the title, right, says it all. AT&T boss John Stankey says the carrier has everything it needs now. We just need to go run the plays. All right, let's look at this analogy. All right, in reference to running plays, right? So you have your players, you've drawn up the X and the O's, everybody knows their assignment, you've practiced it. Now you got to run the plays. Right, that's what this boils down to. So, you know, he specifically, namely, the fiber piece, right? Fiber, the winner for AT&T. They've been adding over 250,000 customers, you know, per quarter in fiber for like years now, several years, several quarters, you know, quarter after quarter. And they've got this modernization plan for the wireless network. They're doing a lot of transformation. They're going O-RAN on a large number of their sites, converting Nokia to, you know, obviously Ericsson. That modernizes the radio gear. It gets more spectrum on air. It creates more capacity. You can monetize that with home broadband and mobility services, right? It's all those things. And that's what John Stankey is referencing, right? And, you know, he's seemingly has fixed up things at HQ. I don't know what that means, but they've been trying to fix culture. They've been trying to get people back into the office. They've been shrinking the workforce, you know, and now they're buying spectrum from EchoStar, right, which adds capacity. They've got a low band carrier that helps with network reach. They've got mid band, which creates more capacity. Like, I can't disagree with this. I really can't. How would you disagree with this statement? They added spectrum. They enhancing their wireless network, making it more modern. Adding fiber passings, they purchased Lumen, they're building fiber, the pace is still good, and all their services have high uptake rates. They have growth. Everything is paid for. There's no free lines. Customers are stuck with them for 3 years on phones. The, you know, home internet piece, they have high retention rates. They have high NPS scores. Like, everything is that. I think this is a true statement from Stankey. It is. And as much as I don't like AT&T as a company, it's a stark contrast from where they were, you know, after the Warner Media thing and the DirecTV thing. You know, they've moved on from that. They've turned those assets into cash, whether they did corporate action or they invested into their core business, and they've turned the stock around. They have seemingly made themselves more efficient, better, and, you know, services and performance has improved. And there's still upside. Like, there's still things that they can do better and fix and improve and make themselves a, you know, an elite name within their industries that they compete in. So whether it's 5G home internet or it's, you know, fiber piece or wireless, they're very serious competitors. They are, you know. And like I said, I'm not a fan of the company. I don't much care for most of the telco, you know, things I don't much care for. But they're businesses, you know, and they're trying to do their thing. And I think this has to be acknowledged, you know, that we just need to go run the plays. I mean, it's true. And they think they have everything that they need to do it. And now we just have to see them continue to execute this. Now, to speak to the 60 million homes with fiber, I mean, their native build was like 30 million passings. I think that was the goal. They're going to exceed that. Lumen and, you know, Gigapower and, you know, the continuation of these smaller deals, you know, they're probably going to get there. They probably will. And they'll be the biggest fiber provider, I think, across the nation. And you know, they've had that reach. You know, AT&T's been the internet company. They've been the phone company for 100 years, right? So, yeah, things kind of happening the way we thought they would, I suppose. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this statement. Do you guys agree with Stankey? Do you like the way things are being handled? Do you see success continue in the future? Let me know. Drop me some comments, questions, and concerns. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.